All right, welcome to the Let It Fly show. I am Marcos Vazquez, joined by Josh Jones, Central High School, where my son is in band practice right now, and also Creighton University. What's up?
Oh man, we good.
We good?
I ain't seen you in a minute, bro.
I know it's been a while, man. It's been a while. It's been a crazy couple of weeks and stuff, but we're back here inside the Let It Fly Sports Bar.
Yes, sir.
Brought to you by Bud Light, like it is every single week. Whether you are here, in your garage, in your basement, wherever you are, where you're watching basketball, you're watching baseball, watching football, obviously, coming up very soon. Easy drinking, easy buckets throughout Nebraska. Easy to drink and easy to enjoy.
It's about to be easy touchdowns coming up quick.
Easy touchdowns. And you can not only drink that Bud Light here at this Let It Fly, very soon the Elkhorn location will be open.
Right.
So we're recording this on a Thursday. It's going to come out on a Friday. Early next week, they will have word and announcement on the opening of the new Let It Fly Sports Bar.
I'm excited.
Out in Elkhorn. There's a lot of people out there that have been waiting. Eric Crouch called me. He said, when is this opening, man? Because they're out there and there's not a lot of places to go.
I know,
And they want some place to go and they're looking for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and so that's pretty cool. That'll be happening. It's 1311 South 203rd Street is where the new location is. And again, we'll find out next week exactly on the date opening. If I had to guess, not make any predictions, Nebraska plays their first game on August 31st.
It's going to be open before that.
I'm guessing it's going to be open before that.
Got to be.
Definitely.
If they smart.
They're smart.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to get before the UTEP game. It's going to be open. Let's do some headlines real quick before we get to our guest. Our guest this week is Steven Nelson.
My boy.
Right? So cold, 20-0. He's a title holder. Dominated his fight against Vazquez on the Bud card.
He whooped his ass.
He knocked him down twice in the third. Almost knocked him out in the fourth. And then finally in the fifth, the kid quit.
Yeah.
He just quit. And it was a good fighter, too.
It's levels, man.
Also want to tell you about this. 2 new dishes at Let It Fly.
I might take that
There's
to the
some
crib.
smothered fries, right?
Yeah.
This one is crab rangoon, which this is the second one because we ate the whole first one.
Yes, sir.
And then this one's chili cheese fries, which was very good as well. And the chili cheese fries, not just any chili, it's pulled pork. That smoked pulled pork is on there as well.
Right.
So it's cheese, black beans, red onions. It's outstanding. Both of them are very good.
Right.
Check them out when you come out to Let It Fly.
Right.
Get in there. Headlines. I want to take a quick look back at the Olympics.
What
stood out to you the most? So I put down 3 main things for the biggest takeaway.
Got you.
The United States dominating in track and field. And I mean dominating. 34 total medals. It's the most since 1984 in Los Angeles. And for the first time, all 4 hurdle events swept by the U.S. men. First time ever. And men and women too. So, I mean, it's as good right now, track and field wise, as we have seen in your lifetime.
For sure.
What year were you born?
89.
Before your lifetime. So in 84, that's what was good. No Russians there, just like this time, and dominated. So was it that, or was it the men and women doing what they did in basketball? That's 8 straight for the women.
For sure.
5 straight for the men, I believe. Or the one other choice would be
Swimming.
the fact that the U.S. had the most medals out of anybody and tied for goals against China. What are the biggest stories?
I think the biggest, honestly, to keep it real, the biggest story is Steph Curry with his 2-game performance. Personally think he should have been an MVP because the way he played.
He was clutch.
In the deciding game. It wasn't a go-ahead game. Yeah. It's like every shot he made was...
They should have lost against Serbia. They lose without him.
But that's my point.
Yes, you're right.
So I think that's the biggest headline.
Yeah.
I do respect LeBron in totality being the MVP, but I think you probably could have gave it to Steph but that's an American vote. But I do respect LeBron being the MVP of the Olympics.
He was 14.2 points, 6.8 rebounds, and 8.5 assists.
Right.
That's what got him the MVP.
Right. Now, so I think that's the biggest headline. I think the second biggest headline is me looking at people saying that Noah Lyles used COVID as an excuse because he lost, but also how he nailed bit and barely won 100. You know, I thought his story in general was powerful.
But you know what's funny about that Noah Lyles thing is he was wearing the mask way back before he won 100. So there was a reason why every time he was inside, he was wearing the mask. So either he
I'm not
knew
saying
or
I
he was
feel
feeling
that way.
He was either feeling it.
So I think surrounding around him in general.
Right.
And I think the third is the overall, because I can point out tons of different events that were special, but the takeaway overall of how many goals that we got was great. What we shouldn't do no more is ever have a break dance as part of Olympics and you don't have any people from the culture do it. You know?
I know.
And it ain't just about black.
I was excited. By the way, I was excited when I guess that would have been 3 Olympics ago.
Right.
They did like a trial thing for it. And I was excited about breakdancing being in the Olympics. And then I watched some of it and I was like, I feel bad. I feel embarrassed.
But I'm more of a pop, lock, and tick guy than a b-boy.
And see, I grew up in the b-boy era.
Yeah.
I grew up with 360s and handstands. And
my brother used to pop lock and tick when he was younger.
Turbo and those guys were around.
Boogaloo.
But we were more on the ground. You know, we carried around our own vinyl. We carried around our own cardboard when I was growing up.
For sure.
So I like that.
Yeah.
What happened at the Olympics was kind of embarrassing.
It was.
For the whole world.
Not
for the
world.
Us,
no.
The whole world.
That's what I'm trying to say.
To watch it.
Yeah,
it
and
wasn't good.
I don't know how they judged it. I don't know what the qualifications was. Yeah. Honestly, to keep it real, I don't say get rid of it. I just say redo it.
Redo it. Yeah, it should be better.
Throw the whole thing away and redo it.
So we're all the next Olympics. Softball and baseball come back.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's going to be in Los Angeles.
Okay.
28 plus squash.
You know something I got to give a shout out to?
Yeah.
3v3, Dylan Travis.
Yeah.
Omaha West Side. Mm-hmm. Gross High. I think Gross.
I saw him on the news.
Legend.
Yeah.
He played in the Olympics.
Yeah.
And I seen some clips and some stuff like that. He was with LeBron at times. Just an experience. I'm proud.
Awesome
I'm happy for him.
Yep.
They didn't do what they wanted to do, what we would hope for them to do, but he did do what I wanted him to do, and that was have that opportunity. Not a lot of people will ever get in their lifetime.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Shout out Dylan Travis.
And the last we didn't mention, I mentioned the men, but the women, obviously the U.S. women basketball team, holding on against France. That actually was a really good game down the stretch.
Yeah.
Last shot was a 2 instead of a 3.
I know.
So they win by a point. So congratulations to women again.
And look, it didn't matter about Caitlin Clark being on the team or not.
It didn't. Now it may have affected the ratings.
Right.
Maybe they would have gotten better ratings.
Yeah.
But they won the gold.
I didn't watch as many games.
Yeah, it probably would have did better.
And Aisha Wilson was the MVP.
She was the MVP, and which is great because she played.
Yeah.
And then Taurasi, of course, got her 6th, so it's the most gold medals there.
For sure.
And then the last thing, this is real quick. We'll do this. So the top 25 came out in college football.
Yeah. Right? What's up with that? This is new to me.
Every year over the course of the years, there's at least one team, right, that's in the top 10 that ends up unranked at the end of the season.
Dang.
I'm going to give you the top 10, right? It's Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, Texas. Then 5 is Alabama. Then Ole Miss, Notre Dame, Penn State. And then 9 and 10 are Michigan and Florida State. Which one or multiple of those teams do you think finish? The Ole Miss, really? They're loaded. I personally am going to go with Michigan. Because
I can say that.
Everything they had to replace, obviously.
You know what? I apologize. I take that back. I do agree with Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan definitely. I mean, it's tough.
I mean,
new coaching staff.
Yeah,
a new quarterback, a new running back, new wide receivers.
Sorry, Darrell.
They had 17 guys, 18, go to the combine.
Right.
14 got drafted. They lost a lot of talent.
Do you put that Michigan team anywhere in the rankings of top 10 all time since they went undefeated?
No. I mean, I don't think they were as good. Hell, LSU in 2019.
But it's about your contemporaries, though.
I'm going to go with 2019. 2019's LSU team was better.
Okay.
I mean, they scored more points. They dominated the competition more.
Yeah.
I mean, Michigan team was good. It was a good team. It was a good team, but I wouldn't put them ahead of 2019.
I say Michigan.
Or that Bama team after that. So
I agree with you.
I can see that being Michigan.
I say it's rebuilding now.
Yeah. And then there's a team that's going to be outside of the top 25 that's also going to finish up there.
And the reason why I say Michigan is because the things that I know about the integrity of their program, they're not going out of their way to get no NIL deals like that. Like, I just feel like they stick to their guns. Yeah. They might give NIL, but they ain't going above and beyond.
Yeah. And they got some good transfer portal guys, and I'm sure they'll be better. I just think they're going to finish 8-4, maybe 7-5.
7-5.
If
7-5.
They're outside of that.
I'll say 7-5.
We'll take a break. We come back. Steven Nelson, you grew up with him.
So cold.
We've watched him on TV. We watched him win championships. We'll chat with him next when we come back on Let It Fly show.
On a Sunday. Gotta go. I forgot the sausage. You guys ready to eat?
All right, welcome back to Let It Fly show. We were joined by our guest this week. He's undefeated, he's a champion, and he is so cold.
My guy.
Cold. Yeah. Steven Nelson joining us here on Let It Fly show. I always want, ever since the first time I met you, I always want to say too cold.
Oh yeah,
because that was a big thing in the 80s.
I
Was
feel you.
too cold.
Yeah,
I feel you.
So cold.
Too cold.
Yeah.
People be like, sometimes older people be like, Stone Cold. Who's that? Stone Cold. I'm like,
Hey,
Somebody already has that.
it's so cold.
hey, you hit him with the
Yeah.
Keep it pushing.
But I get it though because my first name is Steven. They think it's
Steven Stone Cold Nelson.
They thinking like I got my name. I'm like, it was crazy is I didn't get my name off of that. It
Word.
wasn't like
You got to be in the Army, right?
Yeah, I
They
was in the
nickname
Army.
everybody in the Army. Everybody
Really?
gets nicknamed.
Everybody.
What was yours?
Apostrophe.
Yeah.
Why?
They call me because my name is spelled M-I-K-E apostrophe.
Yeah, like in the
That's
Army,
why they call me apostrophe.
Either you have a cool nickname or they give you some janky middle
Yeah.
name.
You
Like,
know what the most common one is?
What's that?
Fat.
yeah.
But guys a little chunky.
I
Be like,
get
what's
it.
up, fat?
They'll
Damn.
let you whatever.
Fat.
Like the first thing they do when they first meet somebody is whatever kind of weird encounter
They
you
size
had
you
with them.
up.
No
they
doubt.
name you off of that.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep.
So I think back off camera. I was about to talk to you about some childhood memories, but
Yeah.
like I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I was like, man, this dude bad. He gonna either be a boxer or a
Oh, yeah.
wrestler, football player, or
Back then?
something. He
Yeah.
wasn't bad, but like he was about that back then.
Yeah, I was all over the place. I was just a misled kid, man. You know, no father in my life. It was just one of them typical, North Omaha,
Yeah.
troubled kids.
How'd
The
you
Army clean you up? Because it
Yeah.
straightened my life out.
Well, it was like they say people don't change unless they want to change.
Word.
I wanted to change because I knew my whole life people told me, man, you smart.
You can
Why hang
draw
out with these
too,
people?"
bro.
Yeah, I was
When you
always
was little,
being
yeah.
labeled as talented, good at everything that I put my hands on. But I was always attracted to the wrong crowd or just people around me because when you grow up, like you are a product of your environment.
Yeah.
So people next door, down the street, my friends, people I went to school with, they're all like, troubled kids. So it led me, and I'm the type of person, I'm gonna be the best at whatever I
sure.
do. So
Yeah.
if we gang banger, I'm gonna be the try to be the best gang banger. I'm gonna be the best at whatever.
For
sure.
Right.
Hey, so how at like so is it what age or what point or how'd you get introduced to boxing?
Well, my first change in life was going to the military. I knew that I needed some structure in my life.
What age was that?
I went to the military at 18, like a month before my 19th birthday.
Word.
And I was like, I got to get out of here because I started to pay attention. It was either my friends were getting locked up. I had friends that were getting killed. I'm like, I got to get out of here. I got to get some structure.
Yep.
Get some structure and some opportunity because if people are like, go to college. I'm like, no, because
Ain't for everybody.
I had people who was in college. They come back home and be with the same people.
No doubt.
I need something that's going to force me to stay away. And I was working on my uncle, and he was just like, man, you need to get out of here, man, get out of this trouble. You need to go to the military.
He was sick of you.
And I was like, it was like, ding, like it was like a cartoon with like light
yeah,
bulb.
light
Ding.
bulb.
Like,
That's
it. Yeah. I didn't think I'm trying to find something.
He wasn't even talking perks. He just was like, you need to go to the military.
Get away from here.
sure, for
Man,
sure.
I was gone in 2 weeks.
Dang.
Wow, you went to the MEPS and you were out in 2 weeks?
I went that day and went to, it was on Ames Street.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
There was a recruiter up there in the Baker Square.
I'm not gonna
I
cap,
remember.
bro.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
in the Bakers, going to Bakers one day, and they tried to
to
hit me
bring
with the
you
come
in.
here. I was
Yeah.
like, nah,
So
man.
I went there and I
Yeah.
walk in, little kids sagging,
Yeah.
talking with slang and stuff. The recruiter thought I was like a knucklehead, so
Yeah.
he tried to give me like a job. He said, yeah, man, he could be like a truck driver or a cook or something like that.
He's 66,
Here, take this test.
Yeah.
I took the test. The next day, he called me back like,
You sorry?
hey, man, where you at? Where you at?
Right.
He can't
Start
pick me
talking
up.
bonuses?
Yeah, he can't pick me
Yeah.
up. Took me
That's
to go
where
get
2 weeks
some-
came from.
Yeah,
That's
he can't
quick.
pick
That's
me up
quick.
and took me to go get like some food. He's like, man, your score is crazy. I haven't seen this in years.
Yeah.
No doubt.
And I never studied for it. Nothing. I just went there and just took
So
it.
what was your MOS?
25 Sierra. It was a satellite communication.
Oh, wow.
I was like, man, I want something where I can build some stuff and electrical, and I like computerized and stuff like that. He was like, well, we have, there's nothing like to build robots because I want to build robots.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing like that in the military, but the closest thing I can think of is satellite communication.
Nice.
For sure.
Oh, yeah, I want that.
Word.
Went to military. I was basically, putting up satellite dishes, shooting signals to satellites, and
Dang.
program computers, had all these little equipment, wires here. It was dope.
How long were you in the? I mean, once you're in, you're always in, right?
Yeah. Well, really, everybody signed for 8 years.
Word.
What you signed for active. People don't know that. So I signed for 5 years
Then
first because it was a bonus.
Okay.
I was like,
He wasn't that your cleaner.
4 years. 4 years it wasn't a bonus. It was like 5 years you get a bonus. Like, you get 5 years.
Right. Yeah,
5 years.
For sure.
And then I went away. And I was in the Army, and I learned my job. It took a year to learn it. Most jobs take maybe 2-3 months.
How long was your MOS? I mean, how long did you go to AIT?
9 months.
9 months?
9 months. You know, that's long.
That's a long time.
Why you was there so long?
Because I was there for 9 weeks.
It's a job that take a lot of training.
Okay.
It's one of the top. It's the top job you get in the military.
Dang.
So 9 months. Then I went. My duty station they first signed me with was Korea.
That's what I'm about to ask.
Everybody was like, man, it sounds cool, but
you don't want that?
Korea trash, bro. No. I was like, dang, I gotta get out of this. So, you know, me, I'm just always thinking strategically.
Right.
Like, man, I don't want to go to Korea.
No doubt.
Because in the military, everybody knew Korea.
Right.
It sounded good, but everybody hated it.
For sure.
So, like, dang, I gotta get out of this. So, I was like, I'm gonna go airborne.
Oh, nice.
I went airborne.
Man.
Airborne, they gave me a whole different
Did you go to
duty
Benning?
station.
Where'd you go?
I went to Benning.
Yeah.
Went to airborne, did airborne school for I think 6 weeks or something like that. Mm-hmm. And then got there and I got stationed with Special Forces.
Oh, nice.
You know, everybody Special Forces is the A team of the Army.
Yeah.
We got all the best equipment, best gear.
Where was your permanent party when you did that?
We growing beards. I was in North Carolina.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So so I get there. I'm there and enjoying my life, man. There, Special Forces is like I said, is the A team of the Army.
Yeah, for sure.
So went to Afghanistan for 9 months, came back and
so Korea. I'm saying you started there.
I avoided Korea.
And went airborne.
They came down and said, you going to Korea. And I was like, and I had a few weeks.
Oh, okay.
I was like, you know what? I want to do airborne school. So I did airborne school.
And then it took you to Afghanistan.
Airborne school, it changed my whole different duty station.
I got you.
So I went to North Carolina with Special Forces. Soon as I got there, the day I got there, it was like, your team just left.
Getting shit.
Talking about the A-team.
I'm like, man, am I ready?
You was thinking about Iraq and all the other crazy stuff.
Am I ready to go to the war?
No doubt.
But in my head, I'm like, hey, either I told myself, I'd rather die in the Army and give my family $500,000 instead of dying in the street and get a rest in peace shirt.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So I was ready.
Ready to go.
I was like, hey, all right, I'm going. I went there. The first day I got there, 4 dudes died. I'm like, my God. I'm like, man, it was crazy.
Was a device on the side of the road or what happened? Was it a bombing? What happened?
No, they were driving these big up armored trucks. These new trucks they had. They were testing out, but they was out on a mission, and the driver misjudged the road. Went on the side of the road to like a water bank, flipped over, and these doors is like 900 pounds a piece. Yeah, they all drowned.
Couldn't get it open. Wow.
Couldn't open it up. So they redid those trucks and made the doors automatic. So even the truck is flipped over, the door is strong enough to lift up even the truck up.
Oh wow.
That's how strong they made them because it was like we can't have this happen no more.
That's crazy.
Wow,
that's
man.
Crazy. There are more deaths from training. Yeah. At most times than there are active duty.
Especially with Special Forces because we're the first to get any new equipment.
Gotcha. So you a test dummy.
Not really. Like they just want to. Like Special Forces the first in combat, doing all the little strategic stuff that people like.
I'm sorry, I'm illiterate to the military.
Yeah, so we get the best equipment. Sometimes it be where it's like new to the military. So something happened, they take it back quick and redo it.
No doubt.
So we get the first ones to get the new guns. We the first one to get the new radio. We the first one to get the new satellite equipment. We the first one to get new computers.
Right.
Vehicles, all that. Yeah. So it's cool.
Stephen Nelson joining us here on the Let It Fly show. So you get things turned around. Yeah. You go in a good direction. When did boxing come into it?
So, okay.
Right.
I was getting to that. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, you're good.
Fast forward, I left Afghanistan.
So 8 years.
I was in for about 8 years, 7.5 years.
All right.
But I'm in Afghanistan 9 months, came back home, and they give you a whole bunch of time with your family and off, and you just enjoy time because there's nothing really to do. We check in every day. Hey, we here. We're good. We're safe. Sometimes we there information drunk as hell.
Yeah, keep it real.
So
yeah,
we do that, and we had so much time to chill. And we had money from Afghanistan.
Sure,
sure.
Pockets flooded.
Yep.
Right.
People buying new cars and everything.
yeah.
So, anyways, I ended up looking back. I had got in the military. I was kind of chubby.
Yeah, you were chubby.
I was
Hey,
a fat boy.
When
I
you
was about 250 when I went in the military.
Damn, that's your
At
height?
18, yeah.
Yeah.
I was big, but I wasn't like sloppy.
No, he
big.
wasn't
I was
sloppy.
big.
He was just big,
guy,
big,
yeah.
big
I was
fella.
big,
Yeah.
so I lost
Right.
all that weight going in the military.
Yeah.
Then I came to Afghanistan. I spent like another 9-10 months just partying and going out and eating.
So
like,
you're getting big again.
I'm going out to
Please
eat
don't tell me you about to
breakfast,
say that.
lunch, dinner. Got back. Well, I didn't know I was big until
No
I went home
Yeah.
that December for
sure.
Christmas.
People look at you.
And my cousin was like,
Damn,
what
boy.
happened to you, dude? You lost all that weight and came back.
Right, yeah.
So I was like, man, I need to do something that's going to be fun,
Yeah,
keep me in shape, because the army workouts, that stuff getting old.
no
So
doubt.
I always wanted to box.
Right.
I went back to North Carolina, found a gym, started
Yeah.
boxing.
24, 25, where are you?
But
How old are you
to
at this
to
point?
lose weight
I
though,
was 21.
Oh, you were just 21 when you got started.
and
Okay.
trying to just lose weight.
I just went there. Just stay in shape, have
Sure.
fun, do something that's gonna be fun. Because a lot of people was doing CrossFit. I tried that.
I'm good on
A lot
that.
of people was doing, Hit Fit. Was doing all kind of different stuff. They're doing marathons
Word.
and all that stuff. I'm like, man, I want to do something else that's fun. I always wanted to box. Went to boxing. Within the first week, the coach was like, man, like, how long you been in the gym? I'm like, a week. He's like, no, not how long you been back. How long you ever been to the gym? I'm like, never. It's
Like
my
he
first
thought you did it
time.
before.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I was just a natural.
Yeah.
You know, North Omaha,
I know.
man, you gotta know how to fight.
You gotta know how to fight,
And
bro.
I always been
Yeah.
a fighter.
You
So
gotta know how to fight.
I went there. I was good. First person I called was Bud.
But yeah,
I'm like, Bud,
hey, yeah, right.
I'm boxing now, bro.
What's up?
He's like, yeah, oh, for real?
Yeah,
What's
right.
up, bro? Cause we grew up
Yeah, no
together.
doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's like, that's cool. I said, hey, I come on, I want to spar.
Yeah.
He already pro. He been a pro for 3 years.
I
When I
know.
started boxing.
Yeah.
He like, man, no, it's a whole different level, bro.
Like,
Just keep on doing what you're doing. I'm like,
Right.
no, bro, I want to spar, man. You too little for me. I'm down. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm over in North Carolina tearing everybody up. out
Right,
there.
right, yeah.
He like, man, all right. When you come back, we'll link up.
for sure.
About 6 months passed. I came home to visit. First person I
Oh,
called.
it's
Bud.
I'm back, boy.
Yeah. All right. Meet me at Victory.
Yeah.
Went there, had my cousin with me, my little team.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to spar Bud.
Yeah.
Man, long story short, I get in there. We sparring, Bud moving around. He's laughing, moving around. I'm trying to get him.
Yeah.
Throwing haymakers.
Give me your best shot.
And he said, boom, boom. Oh, I was like, wait, that was good.
Yeah.
I started backing up. Then he
Yeah.
started walking towards
Towards
me.
you. So I walk you down.
Hit me again. Boom, boom. Oh.
Right. He didn't do you like Spence, but he just
Yeah, he let me know,
no
like,
doubt.
there's a
Yeah.
difference, man.
No, it is.
You got a
Yeah.
lot to grow.
For sure.
But that ignited something in me.
No doubt.
It made me be like, you know what? I need to get like that.
Dang.
Yeah.
So I went back. I started studying boxing, watching old school boxing. Just really like I told you, anything I do, I put everything into
For sure.
it. I got tunnel vision. I'm like, you know what? If
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Some months passed. I came back home.
Right.
Sparred again. He was like, man, you like night and day,
No doubt.
bro. You
Yeah.
got something here. Keep going.
For sure.
Keep
Who
going.
was your trainers or who was you working with in Carolina?
His name is Khalil.
I just want to give him some.
Khalil Shaquille. He went Muslim when he was in the military.
Got you.
He was my first trainer
For sure.
in North Carolina.
That's what's up.
ABC Boxing.
Nice.
That's
So
what it's
how
called.
old were you when you
That's
turned
tight.
pro?
I turned pro at 28.
Wow.
It's a late start for
It
pro.
is a late start.
But
So about 9 years you've been pro.
But how many
no,
reps of
8
fights
years?
though?
about
too?
8 years.
8 years.
Yeah. How many fights did you have before you turned pro?
I had about 80
amateur
fights.
No doubt.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
all of them were like international and national tournaments because
No doubt.
I went to my first national tournament was the Olympic trials.
Oh,
Dang.
wow.
I had 6 fights.
God has had his hand over you, bro.
I went there and everybody was like, oh, this dude got 6 fights. He about to run through him. I ran through everybody.
Yeah. But the thing is about that though, bro, I always say this to people. It's something about North Omaha. It's in us.
Yeah.
Like it ain't on us.
It's not
like,
in the water. It's
e-
in the blood.
even if you, yeah, exactly. Even if you ain't seasoned as they are, the dog in you.
Yep.
Where we come from is worse than who I'm about to run through.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
And I learned that in the military.
For sure.
Because when I was growing up,
Yeah.
I always looked at people from Texas and Florida and New York and,
Yep.
and Cali like they were so much better
Better
than
than-
us. And
yep,
big
no
because
doubt,
we
no
never,
doubt.
we
We
never
never-
knew anything. We didn't know
nah.
anything outside of North Omaha.
Yeah.
And we always had to do extra to shine.
To shine. You're right.
So when I went to the military is when I noticed that, man, I'm always at the top echelon of everything we did.
For sure.
Like, no matter if it was like
PT
cardio,
tests, everything,
PT, I was
Right.
always at the top. I'm like, dang. And then like, even like our commanders and stuff, the things that they would like have us do and their like mindset of doing stuff, like, dude, stuff is harder than they make it
Yeah.
seem.
Man, you're
Well,
right,
they
bro.
got to do it. They got to train everybody, from the kid who can't read
Right.
to the best student. They got
But
to
like,
train everybody.
even their
That's-
choice making, I'm
Yeah.
like, why didn't they just do this?
yeah,
Why-
I know it makes it tough.
Or they have a long 2-hour meeting
Yeah.
for something that's just so easy.
yeah,
No
for
doubt.
you.
I'm like,
For you.
yeah.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
I'm like, hold on,
Respect.
the world.
Respect.
It made me realize that the world is ran by these idiots. I would say.
I know what you mean.
Like,
I
I'm
feel
like,
you. I
man,
know
the
what you
world,
mean.
like the government and the president, all these people is ran by this, and they making these choices. It's not this hard.
No doubt. No, it's like zipper merging.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm gonna cut everybody to get in line. But I'm gonna do it gracefully
Exactly.
to fit in.
Yeah.
But why wait in the back of the line when you got another lane?
Yeah.
You got
But-
to. They got to educate for the average grade level of 9th grade.
Yep.
That's what they have to educate for.
Word.
So
That's
that's how
what I
they teach
realized.
you. We would sit there with the book, trying to learn the book for no go, no go.
Yeah.
And it was easier for me, but I realized there were other guys
Yeah.
who were in the group
Yeah.
that really struggled. They couldn't memorize their grenades. They couldn't figure out anything. Yeah, exactly.
I'm skipping a step.
See,
behind.
but
They
you-
still on 1 and 2.
You
I'm
showing
like,
me
oh
why
my
our
God.
kids end up getting in trouble in school.
We bored.
You'd be bored sometimes.
That-
That
Say
was
no
me.
more.
That was me. I
Yeah.
was that kid where, like, I learned the material and I start joking off and making
Right.
jokes in class and doing stuff, drawing on my desk and
Yeah.
projecting the desk. And the teacher like, you ain't paying attention. You gonna fail the test,
Man.
All right, give me the test. Get the test. Ace
Boom.
it.
Yeah.
Dang,
And that's
it's
the
different.
and we definitely gonna go back to boxing. I want to kind of talk about your artistic. I just kind of feel like you're an artist in general with everything you do with
Everything
your
I
craft.
do. Yep.
But you probably didn't know, but I've been knowing Soul Code since 4th grade. My house was across the street from Jesuit Academy, and I was actually in the 3rd grade, and we used to get their recycling. And I used to go through their papers when I come home from Conestoga, which is down the street.
Yeah.
Man, I used to see this man's drawing in the recycling bin.
Oh, really?
And I swear, I'm serious. But I knew him because his family knew my family because of the daycare.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, it's a longer story.
Yeah.
But my dad was like a legend in the hood, man, so to speak.
Exactly.
Big
Yeah.
John.
Exactly.
So, but like once I got to Jesuit, I seen him draw. I seen him like do so many different things. But as your friend of a long time, I never knew where it would take you because I will always see
It's
you in
crazy 'cause
trouble.
I didn't know.
I will always see you in
I
trouble,
just
bro.
I follow my road, man. I follow the road. And I always been the type of person where,
Yeah.
I have a plan,
No doubt.
but it never goes that way. It's like
sure.
it's my plan, but it'd be like
Yeah, no doubt.
but I always
You get
end
to the
up-
goal,
always
but
get
the
to the
route.
goal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So how did you decide? Like,
Which isn't a bad thing because
Yeah.
you get more miles in.
Yeah, and then you
that's a good way to say it.
and then you meet people on the way,
Yeah.
and then you
No
start
doubt.
and you start seeing things like, hold on, wait.
Yeah.
I like this too. You start taking this route, you doing that.
But that's where the
why I
humility
pick up-
come in. You're,
Yep.
you're like, that's why you like a man of the people. That's why
That's
people
why I
love
picked
Bud.
up so many different
Yeah.
things. Like,
Yeah.
and I realized, like, man, if another man can do it,
No doubt.
so can I.
You're right.
That's all I gotta do is just pay attention and put my mind to
Yeah.
it, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna figure it out.
Stephen Nelson joining us. on Let It
So
Fly Show.
my question was this, and we talk about this sometimes when we watch you fight. Are you just a DIY guy in general, or what made you start thinking about creating your own boxing outfits, your themes that you get into, and all that type
And
of
them
stuff?
shorts was a trip.
Your Instagram be hilarious,
Those
bro.
shorts were a trip.
You know?
Like,
so
yeah.
everything I always do and pick up is either because I had somebody else do it and they didn't do it to my quality,
For sure.
or I just find interest in it. And when it came to the shorts, my first pro fight,
Yeah.
I already had in my mind that, okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna come up as different characters every fight.
Dang.
It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna
You
turn
known for
boxing.
that now, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna have fun with it.
Yeah.
So my first uniform, I was like, oh, so cool. I'm coming out of Sub-Zero.
Oh, okay.
I remember that.
So I paid a guy
Yeah.
to make me a uniform.
And he made you look like
Sub-Zero.
Halloween.
And what happened was, I contacted him in like January. My fight wasn't until March. Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
He like, oh, that's perfect time. A lot of times. So like weeks go by. I'm like, all right, how the uniform going? He's like, oh, it's going good. It's going good. It's going. Long story short, it get down to I'm at my fight week in Texas.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, my uniform, man. He's like,
doubt.
I'm gonna send it to you. I'm sending it to you today. It come down to I weigh in that day. I'm like, man, where my uniform? He said, oh, I mailed it last night. You should get it
On the overnight?
Yeah, overnight.
Word.
I ended up, man. I'm like, man. So I went to like a Dick's Sporting Good and got some basketball shorts. Like, man, I had to wear some basketball shorts in my first fight, yo. Next day, Saturday day. It was Saturday. My fight was that night. I look up. Got a call from a hotel. Hey, you got a package down here. I'm like, oh, okay, yo, uniform. It was supposed to be a top that looked like Sub-Zero.
Right. Yeah.
Sub-Zero from running.
Some shorts.
No, from Mortal Kombat.
No, from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat.
I'm older.
When he
No,
shoot
it's all good.
He shoot the ice.
Yeah, the ice.
It's so cold.
Like, so cold.
Well,
Yeah.
so the Running Man had a guy named Sub-Zero.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
for
it was
sure.
supposed to be a whole uniform,
Gotcha.
shorts, and then 3 cornerman jackets.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
I get it. It was a little box, you know, a little overnight, little.
Yeah.
He fit all that here. I'm like, all right, open it up, boom. There's some shorts. I'm like,
That was it.
Dang.
I said, all right, he gave me some cool shorts. Yeah,
The shorts was decent enough.
Yeah, I'm a rock with it
For sure.
I said, so I went, handled my business, fight, knocked the guy out, and after I said, you know what? I remember in high school,
Yeah.
I needed credits. So I can graduate.
To graduate?
Early.
Okay.
I graduated a semester early.
Wow.
And like you want to graduate early, you gotta knock out your electives.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm like, man, I'm gonna take a whole bunch of classes where all the girls be at.
Dude.
So I took a food class. I took a sewing class. Where like you basically learn how to use a machine.
For
sure.
And we made pillows.
No doubt. Homemade.
Pillows. So
Homemade.
I'm like, all right, made pillows and stuff. So I knew how to use a machine. So I'm like, you know what? I remember how to use a machine, man. I'm about to figure out how to make my own trunks.
Dang.
So I went, took some old boxing trunks, and I cut them apart and made patterns.
Wow.
Oh, it's like, okay, cause I didn't know how they was gonna make them. I'm like, man, I don't know how they do it. So I just every seam, I cut it every seam.
Right.
Like, oh, that's how it is.
Right.
Yeah.
I started making my own stuff.
Word.
Nice. So did you make the ones of the Vasquez fight? You made those?
Yeah, I mean
With the
every pair of trunks is my first fight I've made.
If you
So
haven't seen them-
I made 19 different uniforms.
If you haven't seen them,
Legend.
they look like they're hanging off, right?
Yeah, everybody thought it was sagging.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like they're sagging, but it's a one
'Cause I
piece.
came
No
out
doubt.
as Tupac. I came out as Tupac.
Yeah, I know. I remember that. Yeah.
Yep.
Nice,
so
nice.
it had like the waistband, instead of a regular waistband, I made the waistband
Like the underwear.
like underwear,
Boxers,
and then under
No doubt.
it was real denim too.
Yeah.
With
Right.
denim jeans with I had a leather belt.
Yeah, that was
Right.
sweet. That
It
was
so
sweet.
cool with the belt.
Yeah.
They were talking
They
about it a
loved
lot
it.
during the fight.
Everybody
They were
loved it.
check it out.
Yeah.
Did the fight go like you thought it would? I mean, I know a lot of times you guys do such a great job. Bomac does a great job of having you so prepared. Did it go like you thought?
To be honest, it didn't. It didn't.
Really?
Because I was unsure.
You heard him in the first, dude. I don't know if you noticed it.
Yeah,
you heard him.
I
And
was
he
tearing
knew.
him up.
He knew.
Like,
in the
once the
first.
fight started,
the power.
and reason why that fight I was so focused because I didn't know how I was going to go. You know, for him to be 20-0,
Yeah.
it wasn't him. I'm gonna say that, but for the past 6 months, I've been going through a lot of stuff. I'm like, man, my luck is just
right.
I know.
bad.
Season of life, bro.
So much stuff is going on. I'm like, everything. I'm in camp, little injuries. This hurt, that hurt, this hurt, that hurt. This going wrong. People calling about this going on. My truck messed up. Somebody did this. I'm like, man, everything is going wrong.
Right.
Dang.
I said, hey, this fight, I'm going here and I'm looking at this guy like he's trying to take my life.
Right.
Like it's the first time ever I went in there and was
'Cause,
like,
yeah.
I got to
Yeah.
go in here and focus on him. Usually I go in there and I have fun.
As a sports professional.
I want to. I want to impress the crowd.
Sure.
I want to look good. I want to. You know, it's all about the show.
Right.
I have so many distractions, but this time I didn't care about nothing. Like even those trunks, I didn't know it was going to get that much attention.
No doubt.
I came out as Tupac because I've been feeling like Tupac when he went through so much stuff. And
Sure.
Me against the world.
And the media was slandering his name. And I felt like, and somebody was like, man, nah, don't do that. Don't come out as Tupac. Ain't nobody gonna understand that.
Right.
I'm like, man, I don't care. I'm not here to impress nobody.
Right.
I don't care. I'm
Yeah.
doing it because it's how
Yourself,
I feel.
It's two people that came out like Tupac, bro, and it shook the world up. You and Kendrick.
Oh, I was in my own little zone. I didn't care about nothing. I didn't care about impressing nobody. I wanted just to win this fight.
Yeah.
And I focused on beating this guy because he wanted to take my life.
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
You ever thought about going up in weight?
Yeah. I mean, I fought at 175 before. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's 160. I could fight either one.
Right.
You know, but I'm focused on 68 right now because I want to win the title and then I'll move up.
No doubt.
We're going to ask you about that coming up because this is a big fight for you, the next big fight. But in this fight, what's it like to make somebody quit? Because he quit. I don't know if you rewatched the TV copy.
No, I know.
Sitting in the corner, he said through a translator, "I'm really tired."
Yeah.
And then when you hit him,
the fight,
he said, "I'm really tired." And then when you hit him against the ropes, he could have gotten up.
he was like, "Oh."
He was.
So
he quit.
I'm gonna tell you this right here. When you're in a fight,
Yeah.
it's kind of like when you had those cameras sometime on the referees and stuff, and they can hear everything.
No doubt.
It's like inside.
Right. Inside information.
Trainer
tracks.
Trainer tracks.
Trainer tracks.
You hear everything. So when I'm in there and I'm hitting them, most times people try to like hide that it hurt. I'm like, damn, man, he was making these noises. I'm like, my
He was
head,
beating
like,
his ass like Batman, the
like,
old school.
yeah.
Bam!
I'm like,
Pow!
Yeah, this dude is he making these noises and saying, "Damn, man, fuck."
Yeah, right.
I'm like, yeah, he ready to get out of here.
He was kicking his ass, bro.
He ready to get out of here, but
He didn't want to come out for the fourth. He certainly didn't want to come out for the fifth.
but that was my
They
first
made him.
fight that I've watched of myself,
Right.
and I was proud.
No doubt.
Any other fight I watched, I'm like, dang, I wish I would did this better. Look how I'm throwing my jab, man. Dang.
But do you think
You know what the greatest punch is in boxing, right? The greatest
jab.
punch in boxing, the straight right hand. Muhammad Ali, the straight right hand. You
That's
hit
what's gonna
him
finish
with
him.
3 straight right hands.
He was
knocked him
southpaw,
down,
so I was like,
right down the
right.
pipe.
Yeah,
He caught him
right.
with those, and they were perfectly thrown
Yeah.
both times. I was like, well, this is over.
Yeah, everything went so good, man, and it was like to watch that fight. That was the first fight I just watched, and I was like, man, I'm entertaining myself. Like I swear, I'm not even exaggerating.
So-
and everything just went so good. Everybody like responds to my uniform,
Yep.
to my performance.
Yep.
I'm
Right.
like, man, this is the first time I've ever got 100% satisfaction.
Will you
from
change
fans.
though your state of mind when you fight now?
Yeah,
That's what
it was a different set of mind. So it let me know, stay there.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's why I said, man, everything happened for a reason, man.
Yeah.
God put stuff in front of
You're
us for a
100%
reason.
right, bro.
And it made me view life. I got a better relationship with God.
Yep. Amen.
I do things differently in life. Just from these last 6 months, it's changed me so much as a man.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people say, man, why me? And I'm like, thank you.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad you giving me this.
That's
this
called
challenge.
faith, bro.
I'm glad you give me a challenge because it's changed me as a man.
No doubt.
So what's next?
Yeah, I'm about to say, what's the you said you won the title. Who's like 168? What's the route that you got to go to get? Because there's different belts.
Yeah.
What route you
Super
gonna choose?
middleweight, those where you are right now.
super
Like,
middle. Hopefully the next one's a title eliminator.
Yeah.
Okay.
They told me, you win this fight and look good, we're gonna try and line you up with a title eliminator
No doubt.
for the next one. So hopefully that promise come
For sure.
fruition and it happens.
Do you got any personal goals, like as a fighter, like things that you want to? I know you want to say you want a title, but like at the end of the day, when you look back on it, like
Right. Yeah. Outside of the titles and making money,
for sure, that's what we in it for.
My biggest thing is to inspire as many people coming behind me.
Yeah.
And show them
Right.
how
How to get it done.
How to get it done. How you can do so much
Dang.
with boxing instead of just going there and just punching at each other.
Yeah.
Knowing
sure.
how to just do all the administrative stuff behind the closed door. How to
no
how
doubt.
to how to do all type of negotiations and
Right.
marketing yourself.
Yeah.
I just hope to inspire so many people.
Right.
Before we let
even
you,
outside of boxing, I want to inspire people that if another man can do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Before we let you, I want to get into B&B. I know you guys have been talking about expansion. The mayor granted you guys that land. Where's B&B heading, Academy?
Right. Because you the CEO.
Well, I'm the executive director.
Executive
right
director,
now.
yeah, for sure.
And right now, we are just continuing to, do these programs with the kids.
Right.
I have the tutor program. I have the summer program that was a huge success this year. Kids had amazing times the first year that we did it, and the kids went on field trips.
Yep.
And they went educational trips. They learned how to cook with open pots. They went to the zoo. They did Top Golf.
Nice.
They went Pappy.
That's my thing.
Good, man. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
We did
Experience a lot of
Funplex.
things.
We did Funplex
Funplex?
last week.
Yeah, no doubt.
Man, they did so many different things this
yeah.
summer.
For sure.
Where my whole goal is with the kids, 'cause I know how it is
Yep.
being in our community.
Come on, man.
Idle mind is a
Yep.
devil's playground.
You're right.
Keep these kids busy.
Yep.
And active, which means they'll be out of trouble, but
Exactly.
focus on opportunity.
Yeah, because I
Respect.
remember when I was a kid, we would do little stuff because we were bored. We
Yep.
would kick over trash can, bust windows.
I know.
And go start fights.
Make
Yeah.
bombs.
And then
Yeah.
we look up and we done formed a group. Then it turns into a
The
gang.
gang.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
started fighting.
And I
back
try to
and
explain that to
forth.
somebody. Like, we didn't really start gangs to try to do trouble. We try to stay positive and stay close knit.
Yeah.
Just try to
And
stay
then it
together.
just transpired to start
because
everything
they
else.
got a clique of friends. We got a clique of friends.
And, but that was our generation. Now
No
these
doubt.
kids, they seen what our generation did, and they're confused
For sure.
on what we was doing it for.
Right.
And now they're doing it because it's the it factor.
Clout, Instagram.
It's the clout. It's the
Yeah.
it factor now.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he this, he that, he crazy. He did they
Right.
like that. Like,
No doubt.
It's a big difference.
My generation
Yeah.
was breakdancing.
Hey,
So we
wait,
got
wait.
together for gangs and
Let me.
we didn't fight. We pop rocked.
Let me ask you this. So about Bud.
Yep.
My favorite phrase whenever I be first of all, it is weird about me, bro. Like, I think boxing, I like it more than basketball.
Yeah.
But you know why I think? It's because my boys is doing it.
Yeah.
You know, like the way you and Bud, the way the whole camp is putting it down, bro. Like, and I got my son. He liked that. We can talk about that later.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like to a degree I know about boxing, but I love when I talk to the actual fighters because my favorite phrase from y'all is, man, a lot of people don't know shit about boxing.
Yeah, a lot of people don't.
And so I want to ask you this from just things that I've seen about Bud, just kind of seeing about next fights and all that type of stuff. My first question with him is, I seen it on the internet. Did he vacate his title at 154 or no?
No, he vacated his title at 47.
47,
Not
yeah.
because
We had the mandatory, right?
yeah, well, because when you leave a weight class, you fight at 154, then you have to vacate those titles,
Right.
especially when you don't fight for them so long. It's been a year.
Gotcha.
So those titles.
Oh,
he
so
can't-
47, not 54.
Yeah, he can't hold them titles forever.
Yeah,
You
now
know
he
what I
has-
mean?
now he has a title at
he
54,
he
yeah.
fought in 54, then them titles 47. So
Right.
all them titles he had 47.
Right.
It usually be like you vacate them.
No doubt.
They changed it up now.
And it-
you
what it-
vacate them, and then the number one person just get bumped up to champion.
Right.
That's why you call it email champ now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But it used to
right.
be a
Yeah.
vacate, and then the number one guy get to fight the number two or whoever else available.
Oh yeah, with
Right.
tournament. Yep.
But
to
yeah.
fight
Yeah.
for it.
But now it's
They
more
don't
about
do it now.
business.
Yeah, now it's
Yeah.
oh he never won. Oh, he bumped
Yeah.
up to a champion. Like
So let me ask you this. So Bud put in the work. Honestly, I like the fight that he went through.
Yeah.
I like adversity and challenges.
Exactly.
People
People don't understand. That's
I
what
love
said.
it. I don't want to
They don't know
watch.
shit about boxing
Yeah.
because they look at Bud old performances and see how he just ran
Ran
through
through everybody. Yeah.
and they expect that same thing from this guy, especially you look at his record. But
Right.
we already
He
knew.
knew.
We kept telling people they like, oh, Bud, you watch run through. I'm like, no,
No,
man,
he not.
he's doing really good, man.
distance, I
Y'all
told
sleeping
everybody.
on him.
Yeah,
Bet
no
the
doubt.
distance. Yeah,
No
no
doubt.
doubt.
Look at
You
all
watched
the
his fights.
interviews.
Yeah.
He said like, and nobody was paying attention.
He was
to
never
him.
poised.
was telling-
Like,
Nobody went back and
Yeah.
watched him and nothing. Know
It wasn't
what
like
he
Spence when they felt
when
very
he was
confident,
where he was good.
Right.
He a champion at 10 fights because he was that good.
Was that good, yeah.
He
for sure.
went pro.
Take a punch.
And had all those amateur fights.
Right. That's why I was listening to your
and
story.
they were just
Yeah.
like, oh, let's get this guy in front of the
No
title
doubt.
fast.
Yep, yep.
And he
No
He's
doubt.
gonna
earned
be
that
good down the
title.
road. He's gonna be really
Yeah.
good. down the
So
road, yeah.
check this out.
that
You-
loss is gonna
you-
be just like when Floyd Mayweather beat Canelo.
Canelo, exactly. When he was young. Yep.
It was just like
I said that on Twitter. Yep.
So
he'll come
you
back.
mentioned Spence. So I got a case. This is not a correct me if I'm wrong, but tell me about my case if I make sense. I personally think that Bud's biggest fight at 154 is Errol Spence. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Go back and fight him again?
So, at 154.
Okay.
This
At
is
54.
why. So, I feel like boxing today is about more so the fans and the politics, which makes boxing more about the business than the sport and the craft of fighting. So, the IBF is the only vacant belt. Bud is a WBA champ and the WBO interim champ after he whooped Madrimov's ass, for sure.
And WBC interim
Right?
champ too, yeah.
Okay. And so I heard Turkey Al-Sheikh say when he want Bud to fight Ortiz. So I'm thinking when Bud beat Ortiz, he'd be the WBC, WBO interim, and WBA full-time champ, right? And so from there, I watched Fondora cut Tim Tszyu, which I think he probably really would have lost to me because
that
Tszyu was pushing forward. But
cut didn't
he
happen.
won. Spence hopped in the ring. I respect that he hopped in the ring and wanted to make a case. So Fondora is a WBO, WBC, and people, I know they talk about Boots and they think he's a bigger threat than Ortiz to Bud, but I feel like Ortiz is better business at 154, obviously because Al-Sheikh is paying too.
Yeah, and he already competed there.
Yeah.
Boots never competed at
Right.
54
And so
yet,
I say this. So I feel like if Spence beats Fondora, let's say he beat Fondora the same way Bud beat his ass, right?
Yeah.
Then I feel like Bud can't say no to fight Spence at 154 because it looked like the biggest fight.
Exactly. And the reason why I feel like that fight would be the biggest fight.
Oh, so you agree with me?
He can't make Canelo.
I agree with you because the reason why is because everybody who was Spence fans,
They say he weight drained
their
and da da
excuse
da.
was a weight.
Yeah.
So, okay, now
so I
we
know
at
a little bit of
54.
shit about boxing.
Yeah,
yeah,
we
all
at
right, thank you.
54 now. We at 54 now. So it'll shut that doubt
All
up that
for sure.
Oh, he lost because he was weight drained.
Man,
Yeah.
listen, bro.
Is there as much money
I'm
in
with
that,
you.
or
Yeah.
as much money as they could be if they could make a Canelo fight? At
No,
the
but I
catchweight?
don't think Canelo
No.
on the table, bro.
No,
and it's
no.
not. You make
That
way more
Canelo
money with
fight
Canelo.
Way more.
Yeah,
Way
Canelo
more.
is way more, but I don't think it's on the table.
Yeah.
And that's
You don't
why.
think they can make that fight at a catchweight? The Canelo
No,
fight?
I don't think so personally.
He
Listen to what he say. He say
Canelo got so much power
Yeah.
and he know how to push back. He would never do a catch weight. He would fight 68 or nothing.
That's
I'm
it.
68 or nothing.
Especially, yeah.
There's
I'm
a lot
not
of money on the
now.
table.
If it was vice versa, if Bud was at 68,
Yeah.
and Canelo was 54, and he has the following he has now,
Right.
He can, and he was a champion.
Yeah.
He can ask him to come down because he's the big
Big-
god that's
Sure.
bringing
'Cause he's
everything
still
to the
Canelo.
table.
Same
charge.
scenario
But
if they were opposite ways.
If Bud went, he's not asking to fight Bud.
Right.
Bud want to fight him.
Yeah.
So
Right.
if he asking, Bud have to,
Yeah.
abide by his rules.
For sure.
That he
Yeah.
wants.
And that is why I said that Spence is the biggest fight again. A lot of
Yeah.
people, I try not to get into it about two things, Bud and basketball, because people want to argue about the GOAT and all that with me because I used to hoop. But, the reason why, I'm so adamant about it is because of what you said about Canelo, and I feel like that fight is far-fetched out of the way. And honestly, I think Spence will kind of walk through Fondora because he kind of got the same style as Tszyu. And so for his Spence fans, they feel like if he had 54, then he'll be back to himself.
Yeah, and if you pay attention to Canelo, he's following that
Mayweather
blueprint.
No doubt.
Now go back and watch Mayweather last couple fights.
Yeah, I agree.
They weren't challenging.
They
fights.
weren't, no.
He's not going to fight.
No, it was a money grab until I
Yeah,
walked
it's
up.
money grab.
Money grab.
That's what Canelo's doing.
No
Canelo
doubt.
like, man, I done fought. Everybody wanted me to fight.
Right.
Yep.
He said,
Multiple
I'm
times.
not going to fight. I'm not going to challenge. I'm not going to fight no Benavidez, no Bud.
Right.
When Khan wanted to fight him, he fought him because he knew that's going to be
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He worked. But he
Respect.
know that with Bud, he going to have to fight. he gonna have to fight.
Right.
We look forward to your next
so
fight.
he's not gonna.
And we hope it's getting you closer to a title. You're 37?
36.
You're 36.
You got time, bro.
But I'm a young 36.
I know.
You
You got time.
A lot of fighters, they start fighting when they're
15 and
kids and
No doubt.
teenagers and stuff.
Yeah.
I started at 21.
So your body got miles on
And
it. Not as much, though.
Even before that, I didn't do any organized sports. You know, I've always been athletic, but I never really played an organized sport like competitively.
Yep.
For
You
sure.
know what I mean? So I don't have miles on my body.
That's fine. We want to see you. We want to see you get a title, though.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
For sure,
Steven
man.
Nelson,
Always can rap,
11
man.
5 show.
So cold.
Welcome back. Thanks to Steven Nelson for joining us and coming on with us. You know, I don't think he's a lot like Alabama football and Nick Saban. No days off. I don't think this guy ever takes a day off.
Nah.
I think he's in the gym or he's doing something, getting ready every single day.
He's super talented, man.
Yeah,
for real.
I love. There's a lot of guys when we were growing up that just were good at everything.
Yeah.
The ones that made you sad they made nothing out of it.
No doubt.
There were always guys in the neighborhood where you knew they could have done something.
Yeah, no doubt.
But something got in the way.
Yeah, when we went to Jesuit,
Playground
it's a
legends.
lot of our friends. A lot of them are in jail.
Yeah.
A lot of them are dead.
Yeah.
And some of them are still here, but they didn't maximize their potential.
Yeah.
You know, still hope though, as long as you breathe.
So glad he did, man.
Yeah, for sure.
And listen, I know the Army or the military is not for everybody, but for some people, it will straighten you out. You know, it teaches you discipline.
Yeah.
It teaches you scheduling. One thing that we don't learn enough when we were kids is how to schedule your time.
Yep.
Whether you're studying, you're playing your games, you're getting on the street, you're working out. And the Army, make sure you do everything every minute of the day.
Yep.
You know what you're doing. And so it helps a lot of guys out.
For sure.
Thanks to Steven Nelson, as I mentioned. King, Val Elvis.
My man.
On the Wheels of Steel. Of course, our executive producer, Phil McClain, as
Phil.
well. Mac was here earlier making sure the machine was
I
working.
sent him downstairs,
He
but
was
he
making
bounced.
sure.
He bounced.
Yep. And then taking our pictures and doing everything was Meg, our social media maven. Should we put stuff on social media as well? Our sponsor, Bud Light, we thank them as well, no matter where you are.
Yes, sir.
And you're drinking, you're getting your easy buckets, or you're playing your football, or you're watching baseball or whatever. Do it with Bud Light. Easy to drink and easy to enjoy throughout the state of Nebraska and Western Iowa as well. Why not?
Why not?
And remind you that if you listen or watch, subscribe, whether it's on YouTube or wherever you listen to the podcast, like and subscribe.
Tap in, man.
It helps us out. And you can put some questions on there, too, if you have those.
Right.
No doubt. Josh, take us away.
Hey, your boy Josh Jones here with Marcos Vazquez. You know how we do it. It's a Let It Fly show.